There is a function in Overwatch that will forcibly rank you up or down based solely on your performance. So in this video that you're about to watch, I'm going to say some things that might sound a little far-fetched, but if you listen and keep an open mind and actually test it in game, you will see that everything I'm about to tell you is true. Let's get started. First, what I need you to do is understand exactly how the matchmaker works and what it is looking for in order to rank you up. Then, in a later video, I'm going to explain exactly how to do it. You have to understand that in Overwatch matchmaking, there are really only 3 types of matches that you are ever being placed in. There are matches that are designed to push you up in the ranks, which I'll refer to going forward as the winner's queue. There are matches that are designed to push you down in the ranks, which I'll refer to as the loser's queue. And then there are matches that are 50-50, meaning you have a 50% chance of winning these matches. They're fair matches, and these matches are used to evaluate your performance, to see which queue, the winner's or the loser's queue, the matchmaker should put you in next. Or if it should just keep you in 50-50 matchmaking and continue to evaluate your performance. So the Overwatch matchmaker starts off in general by placing you into 50-50 matches in order to evaluate your performance. And it's looking at all different types of statistics, which I'll specifically go over later on in a different video. And basically what it's trying to do is it's trying to see, what should I do with this player? Should I put them in the winner's queue and rank them up? Should I put them in the loser's queue and rank them down? Or should I keep them at this same tier and continue to evaluate to see if they improve in performance? And what it's doing is, this is how it ranks you. It ranks you against all the other players at your current tier who are using the same hero that you are using. So Winston player is not getting ranked against Reinhardt players. He's only getting ranked against Winston players at their current tier. So the Overwatch matchmaker continues to evaluate your performance. And if it sees that you've been performing well beyond the vast majority of players at your tier who use that hero, then the matchmaker is going to say, okay, this person deserves to be at a higher tier. I'm going to place them in the winner's queue, where they have around an 80% chance of winning. This is an arbitrary number. I'll tell you that you have a very high chance of winning once you're in the winner's queue. And they place you, the matchmaker places you in that winner's queue so that they can get you to a higher tier that they feel you belong at based on your statistics. So at that time, you're placed in queue with 4 other players who the matchmakers also identified need to be at a higher tier because they've been performing better than the vast majority of players at their tier who use that hero. Now that you're in the winner's queue, you're going to stay there until the matchmaker gets you to the tier it believes you belong at based on your past performance. So that might mean that it ranks you up just 3 or 4 matches. Or if you've been playing really well, then you can get ranked up, like 20 matches. You can literally go 15 or 20 matches on a win streak. If you've ever seen somebody go from, you can rank all the way up from bronze to grandmaster if you play well enough and continue to play well. We've seen that many times in streams. So at this point, you might be asking yourself,
if in the winner's queue, one team has an 80% chance of winning, and the other team has only a 20% chance of winning, who the heck is on the losing team? That sounds completely unfair, and I don't like it!
Well, the people who are on the other team are the people who have been placed in the loser's queue. Those are people that the matchmaker have identified need to be ranked down because they're performing worse than people at their tier. So winner's queue is typically always played against the loser's queue. And that's how they get you to the rank they want you to be at based on your individual statistical performance. This is why it's completely useless for anyone to pay for boosting services. That's services where someone pays another player to get on their account and rank it up to tiers they can't get to on their own. The booster will trigger the winner's queue and write it up quickly. Once the account owner logs back in, they'll get a few matches where they may win or it will be close, but the matchmaker will quickly see there's been a dramatic change in statistics and the performance, and they'll be placed in the loser's queue and write it all the way back down to where the boost started. Now, if you've ever found yourself in a really long win streak followed by a really long loss streak, possibly what happened is, this is just human nature. When you're playing against teams that cannot even defend themselves and the match is really, really easy, you don't tend to try as hard. You might have switched over to a hero that you're not as good at just to kind of have fun or practice that hero. Well, your statistics suffered over that, 5 or 10 or 15 game period. The matchmaker saw this and then reversed it and put you on a loss streak. Now, I can already hear somebody saying,
So you're saying that if I play well, I'll rank up, and if I play bad, I'll rank down? Well, no, duh.
and that is definitely not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the way you're performing now has almost no bearing on whether or not you win or lose a match. That match is probably a 50-50 outcome, meaning it's a coin flip. You might be able to shift it in your favor, but over the long run, you'll end up with 50% win, 50% loss. What I'm saying is how you are playing now dictates the types of games you will get in the future, approximately 20 matches later. So this is a key phrase to remember. If you are playing in a game and the match is not easy to win, then you still have some work to do to prove to the matchmaker that you deserve to be in the winner's queue and ranking up. And you will continuously be placed in the winner's queue as long as your statistics are well above the other people at your tier who use that hero. And I'm going to tell you exactly what statistics to focus on because I've used this method to rank up to pretty much any tier that I want to on multiple accounts. These statistics and more can be yours for the low monthly cost of, I'm just kidding. I will tell it to you all in the next video. I just haven't had time to make it. It's going to be, of course, absolutely free because I don't give a crap about trying to make money off of something like this. Now you might wonder, well, how are all the Grandmaster and top 500 players, how do they do it? Well, I would say that when I watch them play, their natural gameplay, their natural game style fits in with what the matchmaker is looking for. And that makes sense. If the matchmaker is looking for certain statistics to be satisfied, then those same people who satisfy those statistics will always be pushed up in the ranks. For sure, the people who are in GM and top 500, these are without a doubt good players. I don't think that they know how the matchmaker works. They're just good players and they are satisfying those statistics and the matchmaker is forcing them up. If you've ever seen a streamer do bronze to GM, this is like a party trick. Basically what they're doing is they're starting off in bronze where they can easily steamroll people and they get their statistics super high. So then it places them in the winner's queue and then they ride that winner's queue wave all the way up to Grandmaster. So the way that I'm going to describe to you in the later video of how to play and how to rank up, it kind of resembles the way a good player plays. But there's unlimited examples of why and how a good player would not have an easy time ranking up in this type of matchmaker. Here's a quick example. Imagine you're Genji. It's a 5-on-5 situation. You're attacking. You sneak into their backline. You see their Ana. You start to attack their Ana. You're able to get a kill on the Ana. The other team, as they should, they all turned around and started to attack you, and you end up dying. So you killed the Ana, but you ended up dying. Meanwhile, your team was able to push in because the other team was distracted. They were focusing on you. While they were distracted and turned around shooting at you, your team was able to rack up a lot of damage and eliminations, killing the other team and taking the point. The hero here is Genji. Genji went in, attacked the back line, killed the Ana, distracted the team, allowed their team, Genji's team, to get in, do damage and eliminations, and take the point. But the way the matchmaker sees it is, you killed an Ana, that's great, but the rest of your team not only stayed alive, but racked up a lot of damage statistics and elimination statistics, possibly also throwing out ultimates, and they were on the point and captured the point. Meanwhile, you were dead. Again, the Genji is the hero in this scenario, but because of the matchmaker works, the Genji will be seen as the least effective player in that scenario, possibly. Meanwhile, the rest are awarded. And if that Genji continues to play like that, then in future matches, he will be ranked down. This is why so many people are confused. So this has already been a pretty long video. At least for me, I'm not a content creator, but I wanted to get this out here. I'm going to create another video that tells you pretty much the exact statistics and exactly what you need to focus on in order to rank up. And it absolutely will work. Again, keep an open mind and put it to the test. Exactly what I'm going to tell you to do. You'll have to do it for 20 solid matches, and then once you do it, you will be placed in the winner's queue. You'll be on an uncontrollable win streak, and you'll see that what I'm saying is true, and that Overwatch matchmaking is garbage. See ya. Hey guys, thanks for watching. A really quick disclaimer here. Because I cannot see the actual code that goes into creating the matchmaker itself, I cannot say with 100% certainty that what I have told you in this video is accurate. All I can say is that by my own observation, by my own accounts, which are many, many accounts, I have seen this to be 100% true. So in my mind, in my opinion, what I've told you today is absolutely, without a doubt, provably true. Thanks.